Hi everyone, welcome back to Blender News. I am Daniel, and today marks the beginning of an exciting journey into the world of professional lighting in Blender. In this first video of our series, we'll explore the basics of 3D lighting, the 3-point lighting technique. Before we dive into the technical details, take a moment to observe the image on your screen. Notice how the object is illuminated in a balanced, visually appealing way. Now let's contrast with what happens when lighting is neglected. See the stark difference. Lighting isn't just about making your scenes looking good, it's about storytelling. So, why is professional lighting so important, you might ask? Professional lighting makes your scenes look more realistic. It mimics the way light interacts with objects in real world, creating convincing and immersive environments. Lighting sets the mood and atmosphere of your scene. It can make your audience feel excited, relaxed, or even fearful, depending on how you use it. Professional lighting directs your audience attention. You can highlight essential elements, characters, or details, guiding to viewers' gaze. It adds depth and dimension to your 3D scenes. Properly lit scenes have a sense of space and three-dimensionally, making them more engaging. Now that we've covered why professional lighting is crucial, let's take a sneak peek at what we are going to explore in this video. We'll explore the key light, the fill light, and the backlight, and you'll learn how these three elements work together to create a beautifully illuminated scenes. But that's not all. We'll also dive into Blender for a practical demonstration, where we'll set a lighting scenario from scratch. Are you excited? I know I am. Now, let's understand the basics of the most fundamental lighting techniques, the 3-point lighting setup. 3-point lighting consists of three key elements. The key light is our primary source. It casts strong directional light and creates shadows for depth and dimension. As you can see, the key light gives us the primary illumination and those dramatic shadows. Next, we have the fill light. It complements the key light by softening harsh shadows. And finally, we introduce the backlight, also known as the rim light. Is placed behind your object. It creates a highlight along the edges of your subject, separating it from the background. The backlight adds depth to your scene and makes your subject stand more beautifully. The magic of 3-point lighting lies in the careful balance among these lights. When positioned and adjusted correctly, they create a harmonious interplay of lights and shadows. But why just talk about it when you can see it in action? Let's head into Blender for a practical demonstration. Open your Blender project or create a new one if you're following along. We'll set a 3-point lighting scenario from scratch. Let's begin with the key light. Select your main light source in Blender. Position it at a 45-degree angle on your subject, slightly above eye level. Next, let's create the fill light. Select another light source in Blender. Position it on the opposite side of the key light at a similar height. The fill light helps soften the harsh shadows created by key light. Adjust its intensity and size to control the softness of the shadows. Now let's introduce the final element, the backlight, also known as the rim light. Create a third light source and position it behind your subject, slightly off to one side. The backlight is your secret weapon of adding depth and making your subject stand out. Play with its intensity and angle to create those stunning rim highlights. Remember, your key light is the primary source of illumination, so it sets the tone for the entire scene. This is where you'll find a perfect balance of light and shadow. And there you have it, a beautifully lit scene using 3-point light technique in Blender. That concludes our practical demonstration of the 3-point lighting technique in Blender. Remember, lighting is a dynamic and creative aspect of 3D rendering. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in crafting professional-looking scenes that tell story and evoke emotions. In our next video, we'll take our lighting skills to the next level and we'll explore advanced lighting techniques. We'll enter into the world of HDRIs, volumetric lighting, and more. So like and follow and make sure to stay tuned. Also, if you have any questions or want to share your lighting experience, please feel free to do so in the comments below. Thank you for joining us in the lighting journey. Until the next video, happy rendering and keep creating!